Hello everyone! Today we're going to focus on a challenging question from the official guide 2021. Just remember the three-step method. First, you will focus on structure and meaning. Okay? Then we will compare answer choices. And finally, we will start eliminating based on grammar, meaning, concision, idioms, right? So, this question begins with although, which is a subordinator. Don't forget about structure. If you have a subordinator such as although, usually that has to be followed by a subject verb or sometimes a participle, right? That's the most common structure. So, then after the subordinator, you will have a comma followed by the main subject and a verb. Okay? So focus on subject, verb. Also be careful with modifiers and be careful with subordinated structures. Let's read the sentence. Although when a hagfish is threatened, it will secrete slime that is small in quantity. It expands several hundred times as it absorbs seawater, forming a slime ball that can coat the gills of predatory fish and either suffocate them or distress them enough to make them flee. Okay, do you see that pronoun? Yes, that it. Be careful with it. Whenever you see it, its, they, their, them, look for the referent. What is the pronoun replacing? What noun is it replacing? So, it will secrete slime. What is it? Oh, is it the hagfish? It has to be, right? Because the hagfish will secrete slime, right? But look at the non-underlined it. Be careful with that one. It says it expands several hundred times as it absorbs seawater. What expands? Is it the hagfish or is it the slime? Which one makes more sense? Of course, the non-underlined it must refer to the slime. So in A we have this pronoun problem because the pronouns must be consistent throughout the sentence. In other words, if the underlined it refers to hagfish, the non-underlined it should also refer to hagfish, and that is a problem here. Also, after although, ideally, we should have a subject verb. And the subordinated subject, in other words, the subject after although, has to be compatible with it. Okay? A is wrong. What about B? Although a small quantity of slime is secreted by the hagfish, when threatened, it expands. Well, I see a modifiers issue there. Because that when threatened, even though it must refer to hagfish, it could also modify it expands. When threatened, it. And that's a problem because it expands. What expands? The slime. Is the slime threatened? No, that doesn't make any sense. So B is also incorrect. What about C? You have although, and then you have this when between commas. When threatened is a modifier that is describing a hagfish. That works. Then you have a hagfish will secrete slime that is small in quantity, comma, it expands. What is that it again? Well, that it, the non-underlined it, seems to refer to hagfish. And that's a problem because the hagfish, the fish, does not expand. The slime expands. Look at number 4 or letter D. It says, although the slime secreted by a threatened hagfish is small in quantity, it expands. What is it now? Well, that it is compatible with the subordinated subject, the slime. In other words, the slime expands, and that works. Okay, that is perfect. What about E? Well, in E, the subordinated subject is the hagfish, and that non-underlined it doesn't agree logically with the hagfish, so that's wrong. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you soon for another video.